Do you know that only 20% of the people who start their e-commerce journey or their print-on-demand business is gonna get success? Rest 80% of the people who start their journey, they are gonna fail. Do you know what exactly that one thing they are actually lacking? All these 80% of the people, what is that one thing they are lacking? It's called the mindset. It's called the right mindset. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what is the exact mindset you need to have to take your business to 6 figures and even 7 figures. So let's dive into the mind map. Alright, so let's look into how to think like a 6-figure ecom entrepreneur. Alright, so today's video, I'm going to cover about what most people actually think. So this is where the, like I can said in the beginning, like where all the 80% of the people actually falls under. And then I'm going to talk about what exactly you need. So this is where all the 20% of the people who get results, what is their exact mindset they need to have to become a successful. So that's what I'm going to cover in this section. And also I'm going to give you a next action step for you to take. Alright, so let's dive in. So what most people actually think about e-commerce or a print-on-demand business. So if you look at this, number one, it is like a lot of people think that we need a team or an office to start this business. Second is that we need coding knowledge. Okay, we need to know we need to know how to write codes so that we will be able to build an e-commerce website. So it's not like that. Okay, because of the arrival of the Shopify, things have become more easy. You will be able to launch a Shopify store in around like 30 minutes or even maximum 1 hour. That's what it takes. So you don't need to hire a web developer. You don't need to learn all this coding stuff, all this stuff. No, you can easily build a e-commerce website with the help of Shopify in less than 1 hour. And the third one is, a lot of people think that we need to put full time. Okay, full time is needed. So it's not like that. Yeah, if you ask me, like in print on demand, comparatively with any other e-commerce business model, like in print on demand, you don't need to put a lot of time. So basically, like if you look at my daily routine, like I focus, let's say 30 minutes on Facebook ads, then few time on customer support, giving let's say 30 minutes or 45 minutes for customer support, and yeah, like then anything related to fulfillment or all the other stuff, shopware related stuff. So that's it. That's what it requires. Like you might need like maximum 2 hours on a daily basis or 1 to 2 hours on a daily basis. That's it. That's what it actually takes. You don't need to spend like the entire day on the thing. Like, and also like one more thing I do on a monthly basis is that I spend like around like 3 to 4 hours for design research, doing the design research. So to find what is actually working on the market right now. So that's another, like that's an extra thing I put in. So daily to maximum 1 to 2 hours, and also like a monthly spend 3 to 4 hours on design research. So that's how much I spend on my e-commerce or on my print on demand business. And the fourth one is the why. The why, the reason for you to start this business. If you don't know the answer of this question, you're gonna fail. Whatever business you are into, if you don't know why you actually started, why you want to do this, you're gonna fail. You're gonna definitely fail. Any kind of business. That's what I learned from my experience. If your only focus is actually to make money, you're gonna fail. You're gonna fail because when you just chase money, money is gonna go away from you. So there should be something above money. Then only things are gonna work for you. Okay, for example, if you look at, for example, I will give an example. For in my case, in print on demand, what I actually see is like it's not about money. Like money is actually secondary. I'm not saying that money is not important. Money is secondary, but what actually, for me, what actually matters is to give a world-class customer support, to build a long-term brand. So that's my focus. That's when I'm focusing on that, I will be able to retain my existing customers, and people will buy again and again from you, and I'll be able to increase the lifetime value of the customer and even the average order value of the customer, and I'll be able to build a long-term business and money comes to me. Alright, so the fifth one is, most people, they just try it for 2 weeks and then quit. They just try it for 2 weeks, then quit, and saying that, POD does not work, Facebook ad does not work. Facebook ad used to work like in 2 years back. Now it is so saturated and it is not gonna work. It's not like that. It's the limited mindset that is actually stopping you. Okay, that's why if you want to understand this, like you need to, like I said in the beginning, like you need to know the why you should do this business, why you want to do this. Okay, if you don't know why you started this, like you're gonna fail. So that's what happens. Like they just try it for 2 weeks, then quit. Like even I have tried like many other business like share marketing. I just try it, then I quit. Like because like I didn't know why I started it. My primary focus was actually to just make money. So I just stopped it. I tried affiliate marketing. Like I said, I didn't know the why. Like whenever I see at affiliate marketing, like I think about making more money. So because of that, I stopped it. I don't want to do that. So that's what happens here. Clarity in goals. Next one is that you need to have clarity in goals. So for example, let's say let's say someone is let's say someone wants to driving a car, and like from, let's say he's starting the car from Bangalore and he want to go to Mumbai. So all you need to do is just turn on the Google Maps, turn on the direction, and just follow the direction, and it is 100% sure that that person is gonna reach Mumbai, because he just need to follow the one direction, right? So on the other hand, let's say someone is actually driving the car, starting the car from Bangalore, and they don't have the they don't have any destination, they don't know where actually they want to go, they just keep driving. They could reach anywhere. They could reach Goa, they could reach Bangalore, they could reach Chennai, they could reach Kochi, like wherever they want to. This is what happens. So you need to be very clear on where you actually want to go. For that, you need to have a clarity in your goals. You need to set goals. You need to set your financial goals. You need to set personal goals. Like then only you're gonna reach there. Like you need to be very clear on where you actually want to go. You need to be very clear on the destination where you actually want to go. Then only you're gonna reach there. If you don't have any destination, if you don't know where you actually want to go, you could reach anywhere. And now comes the 7th point, which is the lazy and commitment. Okay, sorry, like let me just clear it up. Like lazy and zero commitment. So lot of people, like they're just too lazy. They just have zero commitment on the business, thinking that just by doing like something, they will be able to make money. No, it's not like that. It does not work like that, right? So you need to put the effort, you need to put the hard work, then only it is going to work for you. If you're not doing that, things in any kind of business, it is not going to work for you. And the 8th one, starting without any knowledge. This is the most most common thing I have seen. A lot of people, they just start a print on demand business because or an e-commerce business because everybody is doing that. Because of that, they just start it because without any kind of knowledge. They just watch some YouTube videos, grab some a limited ideas, just go and do it, and they're gonna fail because they don't know. One thing is very clear, that they don't know why they are actually starting it, right? So everything is actually coming back to that one core element, which is the why. You need to be very clear about the why. And the 9th one is they just judge very quickly. They just judge very quickly and quit very soon. So if if things didn't work for one week or 2 weeks or even a month, that doesn't mean that you already failed. It's not like that. You need to test it out. It's a very real business. Like any other business, it's also a real business. So you need to put in the hard work. You need to give time. So you cannot build a a Taj Mahal in like 1 month. It does not work like that. You need to give enough time. You need to work on a constant basis. Then only it is going to work for you, right? So before failing, this is what I say. Like even I make mistake. I fail a lot of times. Even today, like I fail. No matter whatever you heights you reach, like you will definitely fail. Like there will be some failures and there will be a lot of success. That's how it goes. So whenever you fail, this is what I said myself. Like I asked 2 questions. Okay, should I stop it or should I keep running? So if I go with the option number 1, that means like all the efforts I was putting on this till this point will be wasted. I don't want to do that. Okay. Or if I go with option 2, now it's time for me to find a solution and move ahead. So it's all about finding the solution and move ahead. So that's what I follow. So that's what most of the successful e-com entrepreneurs follow, and that's why all these successful e-com entrepreneurs are actually unstoppable. They keep on, like whatever problems keep on coming, they find a solution, move ahead. Like you might be knowing like iOS 14 update. Like all these people, like a lot of people, us quit their business because of the iOS 14 update. They're thinking that it is going to work. They just tried for 1 or 2 times and said like after iOS 14 Facebook ads doesn't work. It's not like that. They didn't put enough time, or they were not able to they didn't put enough time to find a solution to move ahead. That's what they're lacking, right? So all the people who are actually all the 20% of the people, like I said, all the 20% of the people, they find a solution and move ahead, okay? And rest 80% of the people, they try to find an excuse and for not taking any action. So I don't want you to fall in that 80%. All right, so that's what happened. Like every time, something or the new keep on coming, there will be some updates and there will be some new features, all this stuff keep on coming. So it's all about solving the problem, move ahead. It is going to be a cycle of solving the problem, move ahead, solving the problem again, move ahead, solving the problem, move ahead. So this is what your entrepreneurship journey is going to be, right? So now the last thing is that relies on free resources. Some people, they just relies only on the free resources, so that thinking that they're gonna make millions of dollars. It does not work like that. You need to follow a proven process. If you're not following a proven process, it is gonna take a lot of time, lot of money, and lot of energy. All right, so now let's jump into the most important thing, which is now you might be very curious on learning, like, wow, what exactly all these 20% of the people actually think, right? So now let's dive in what you actually needed. Okay, so you need to, like I said, you need to understand the concept of 80-20 rule. Like wherever you apply, where you can apply this 80-20 rule in anywhere. Okay, you can apply this in anywhere. So wherever you take, like 80% will be failure and 20% will be success. And also, not only that, your 80% results comes from 20% of the effort. Okay, so you need to be very clear on the 80-20 rule. Second one is that consistent. You need to take consistent action on a daily basis. No matter how small the action is, you need to take action on a consistent basis. If you are not taking action on a consistent basis, that means you are not respecting, you are not putting the 100% effort, and you're gonna fail. So make sure that you are taking your 100%, you are putting your 100%, you are taking action on a consistent basis. And the third one is resourceful. You need to be resourceful. When you step into entrepreneurship, it is 100% sure that there will be time, there will be places where you're gonna get stuck, there will be time where you're gonna get struggle. So you need to be resourceful enough so that you find a solution to that particular problem or the hurdle you are facing and move ahead. So it could be through just searching on Google, it could be through searching on YouTube, or it could be asking help from someone else. Whatever it is, like you need to find solution for the problem you are actually facing and move ahead. So you need to be resourceful enough, then only you will be able to get results. And the fourth one is coachable. You need to learn new stuff. You need to keep on learning new stuff and implement that in your business. And the fifth one is focus on improving every day. Focus on improving at least 1% than yesterday. That is very important. Okay, just focus on the transformation which is happening in you. When you that's what most people lack. Like they just focus on the money part and they end up failing. But there are some people who just focus only on the transformation. They just focus on the transformation. They are actually becoming, they're evolving, how they are actually evolving, how they are actually transforming, the way they are actually thinking before and after. So when you focus on that, like as a person you are actually going, as a person you are actually improving the mindset, and slowly you are actually improving your business. So that's how it works. And sixth one is more tests is equal to more winners is equal to more money. A lot of people, they just saying, like I have received these kind of messages multiple times. I just tested 2 designs. I tested 2 designs and still I didn't get any winners. It does not work like that. If it was like that, everybody could be making a lot of money. It does not work like that. You need to test a lot of designs. Okay, so for some people they get their first sales in the day 1 itself. For some people they get their first sales after a week. There are people who get their first sales even after months. I got my first sales even after 8 or 9 days. So that's how it works. Just imagine that I got my sales on 8th day. Okay, so I'm on the 7th, let's imagine on the 7th day I stopped everything, thinking that okay, so Figure doesn't work. Just if I thought like that, I will not sit in front of you right now in this video, right? So that's why you never know. You never know where, but make sure that only thing you can do is like make sure that you are actually taking action from your end. You are putting your 100%, you're taking constant actions, things will definitely work for you. So you need to test more so that you will be able to find winning designs much more easy, much more quickly. And the more winning designs you have, that means more money you're gonna make. Alright, so next is the most important one, which is the investment versus expense. So like you might be a person who might be thinking like, for example, Facebook ad is an expense. Okay, it's actually not like that. So this is one of the common mistake most people have. Like they just think Facebook ad is an expense. They just think monthly charges to pay is an expense. If you're someone who is thinking like an expense, that means you don't have the right mindset. You need to think like an entrepreneur. You need to think like it is an investment. So when you start thinking like an investment, it is gonna give you back returns. When you start thinking like it is an investment, it is gonna give back returns. Until and unless you are not doing that, it is gonna treat you back like an expense. So when you see Facebook ad as an expense, it is gonna treat you back like an expense. Okay, you will not be getting any kind of results, even though you are doing everything 100% right. Still, Facebook ad is not gonna give you results. You need to change the way you're actually thinking. Okay, right? Or let's say like these are actually investment. You need to understand the so if you want to like if you have an entrepreneur mindset, you need to see things as an investment. If you are an employee, okay, if you are an employee, you will be seeing things as an expense. So I'm not saying that like seeing things as when you might be some of you like or you might be thinking that okay, so I was thinking like an expense. It's fine. Like even when I was starting out, I thought it is an expense. Now it's time for us to change. Now we need to start thinking like an entrepreneur. Now you need to think like an investment. When you start seeing things as an investment, it is gonna start giving you results or returns. Alright. And the next one is long-term vision. You need to also don't just play the short-term game. You need to have a very long-term vision. You are here to build a brand by serving a particular specific audience. Okay, if you're not doing that, you're gonna fail. So always have a long-term vision for your business. And the fifth one is positive thinking. It is very easy to say think positive. But it is very difficult to follow because you might get stressed. You might get sometimes you get really frustrated of something. Let's say Facebook ad account bans, or let's say you're not getting constant results, or if you're like you are not getting any you're not becoming profitable. So things get very hard. Okay, and you need to think positive. It might seem easy to say, but it is very hard to follow. Okay, it is very hard to follow. You need to. So this is what I tell myself, like whatever happens, I'm gonna stay positive. Whatever happens, I'm gonna stay positive. Even if I'm making like I'm into huge loss, still I'm gonna think positive. I'm gonna make sure that I give zero space to all this negativity. Because I don't want to spoil the mindset which I have. I always try to see things as an like a positive. So there is a little hack I do. So it might be silly for a lot of people. Like like this is actually what works for me. So basically, whenever I face like a big issue or a big hurdle in front of me, so first of all, like I start to analyze the problem and start like finding solution to move ahead. That's one thing. Second thing, I need to have the right mindset. Then only I will be able to solve that particular problem, right? So this is what I tell myself. Like so I try to see like a storify that thing. Okay, so how I can tell this as a story when I get success by when I get success, somebody is interviewing me, and how I can tell this as a story so that many people can get inspired. So it might be silly for a lot of people. So this is what I personally do to I feel so good after doing that. Okay, it is a related hack which I do. Like I just talk to the mirror, like talk to myself, like looking at the mirror that So this was like, I will tell like this was a problem I was facing, and like that helped me to become more strong, and like I was able to reach this goal. Like this is what I keep telling. Okay, so when I do that, I just think about the people I'm gonna inspire from that interview. I don't know where like whether I'm gonna get interviewed or not, but I just keep on doing it, so that it helped me to build a very strong mindset, and I just think about that people I'm gonna inspire through that interview. So when I do that, like I feel so good. Okay, and I don't feel negative, and I start seeing things as a positive, right? So that's a little hack you can also try. All right, so next one is like, you need to follow a proven process. Until and unless you are not following a proven process, don't expect something to happen in your business. It does not work like that. The easiest way to get success is actually to modeling someone who have already done for you. Okay, so that's how you get success. If you are a lot of people, they just find their own process and systems. I'm not saying that it does not work. It will work, but it takes, sometimes it may take years, and it will eat up a lot of your money. It will eat up a lot of your time. For example, let's say you want to do let's say you want to do upsells. Okay, so now you might be going to the like Shopify apps, just search upsells, and you want to install an app upsell. So you never know like which app is actually good. So basically what actually happen is that there are n number of upsell apps. So you try to test it yourself by one, and by that like you are actually, what you are actually doing, you are losing the time, you are actually losing the money, and also you are actually losing the energy. But if you are following a proven process, in that proven process, it will tell that what exactly which app you need to install and how to move ahead. So it become more easy for you. You don't need to think twice. Just plug in what is actually there in the proven process and follow that. You will be able to get results in a much quicker way. So that's how, like, when you start following a proven process, you will be able to save time, save money, and even energy, right? So that's it. Okay, so those are the 10 points I want, like these are the 10 elements you need to have to become a successful ecom entrepreneur, to be on the 20%. So if you look at the 80-20 rule, it's actually 80% on the mindset, only 20% is actually there in the process. Okay, 80% lies is actually in the mindset, 20% is actually in the process of the skill set you have. So that's why having the right mindset is really important. All right, so let's give you let me give you a next action step you can follow. Okay, so you can, if you're someone who really want to start their e-commerce business or print-on-demand journey, I would like to invite you to my next workshop, which is happening on Sunday. So you can join my next workshop. So I'll be dropping the link in the description. And also, like, if you have any kind of questions, just either drop a comment below in this YouTube video, or just follow me on Instagram. I'll drop the link in the description, and you can follow me, and you can DM me, and I'll be happy to help you to answer your questions. All right, so that's it from my end. I will see you in the next video. So thank you so much.